The things that I do for you people. The things that I do for you people. I swear to God. You have no idea what I've gone through today to get this video done. And right now, I'm not even sure if this video is going to be getting done or what. I have no idea because everything has gone completely and utterly crazy. Let's see, what did I do today to get this video out? I built a desk I'm working on out of a door. Here's the handle, if you can hear that. I've redone the audio on this about this is the third time hopefully that this works. I installed a new computer so that way I could get the audio right. And yeah, I'm sure that you're seeing the video and it's blinking in and out, and yeah, that's been a big problem since I started on this whole discovery of doing this YouTube channel. I mean, there's people out there that can make it look like there's real dinosaurs in a park, in a theme park in the middle of the ocean, and I can barely put audio over the video. So yeah, ever since I got the Elgato, I'm just trying to get you guys some videos, man. And you'll see that sometimes it blinks out, it goes black. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. I think it's getting a little bit better about it. But I'm trying to get you guys the best sound quality possible now. Because the Elgato's supposed to get you the best video quality possible. So trying to get you guys the best sound quality possible too. So I'm working on a Samson direct in with a printer cable, digital audio, condenser microphone, like a recording microphone. So hopefully this sounds good, and hopefully I can get everything to sync up because yeah, exactly, yeah, it's pretty fucking crazy here. So yeah, so what I'm inking here is it's a 2-page spread from the Freedom-Filled, Flavorful, Faithfully Fierce, Fantastic, Fear-Facing Food Fighters. And it's a cage match, barbed wire, razor wire cage match between Broccoli, who's a big thing of broccoli, who's one of the food fighters, and then two of the evil members of ROT, the revolting organization of tyranny, the Nacho Brothers. And along with them, it's presided over by Pizza Boy, who's like the warden of the Deep Freeze. And the Deep Freeze is like, the ROT headquarters, like dungeon, like a prison holding area. And so Broccoli has challenged Pizza Boy, and then they got the Taco Brothers out there, and Taco Twins, Taco Brothers, and they're gonna fight. They're gonna fight it out. Right here you see a burrito up in the front. Nacho Daddy is right there. I'm cleaning up all the lines here. Cleaning up a fry soldier there. I just wanted to make it real crazy, real like Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. Nuts. I love to do 2-page spreads. Not everybody loves to do 2-page spreads, man. But I love to do it. I love to make them crazy detailed and just have a lot of fun with it. Heavily influenced on my spreads by Jeff Darrow and Jim Lee, amongst others. But those are two guys that I can really say really inspired me to do, big, crazy, and Frank Miller too. He does a lot of crazy, like, especially back in the day, like in Sin City and stuff, he would do like these 2-page spreads that would just be like there's one that's like just a close-up of like half of Marv's face. And to me, I was always like, that's just amazing, because it would just stop the story, like, and it really paced out the story so well. And I absolutely dug it. And so that's what I do. I love to do 2-page spreads, that are just big 2-page spreads, not necessarily a 2-page spread that still has, 12 panels in it, even though sometimes I will do that. Um, Sometimes I just love to do a 2-page spread like this one that's just one big giant panel. So you can see here that I'm using right here, I'm using a stroke tool. So everything that I'm drawing is basically like it's white on the inside, and then it's got like a black stroke on the outside. And then I'm making the barbed wire here, so you can see all the little barbs popping in. And it's just fun, like I said, if I'm gonna do something like this, I'm gonna do it detailed. And sometimes I'm in the middle of penciling it, and I go, oh man, I know that I have to ink this, and I know that I'm doing a lot, and I know that it's gonna take forever. But that's half the fun of it for me. That's really half the fun of it, is just putting this stuff together and making crazy details, because I want for you guys to like read the comic book and just kind of read through it, page by page by page by page. But then I still want for you guys to be able to go back later and reread the comic book and really look at the art and slow down and just look at it and check it out and just be like, wow, I didn't notice this before. I didn't notice that before. Right here I'm doing all these stalactites, and even though they're in the background, I don't just kind of want to leave them, with no detail. I want to put as much detail into it as possible. So you see here I'm adding in some heavy blacks to really fill in some of the space. But then I'm going to come in to these stalactites, and I'm just going to add just little textures and all these little dilly dads and hoo-has and all this stuff that's just going to, it's just going to make this thing pop. And that's really, what I want. And like I said, I like to hide stuff in there and put in little details, little craziness, little faces sometimes, and just all sorts of crazy little Easter eggs, and just have fun with it. I think I can put more detail into these stalactites than, a lot of people that I see, at least out there, are putting into their whole entire panel. And, not that there's anything wrong with that. Everybody's got their own style. Everybody does it their own way. I just really like to do a lot of detail, and for me it's fun, and I can do it quick, and for me that's what sells me on a lot of comic books. And like, this level of detail that I'm trying to do, once again, this thing's blinking in and out, and I'm really apologetic that it's blinking. But like, one of the things is, like, I just got invited to a Comic-Con to be a guest artist there at the Comic-Con, and I'll talk more about that in some upcoming episodes as it comes closer. But when you're at a Comic-Con, you're dealing with a lot of fan artists that are doing a lot of this fan art stuff with, they're doing Batman, they're doing the Joker, they're doing all the Avengers, they're doing Iron Man, and what's hip right now? What's coming out? I guess Captain Marvel's coming out right now. So that one's not out yet. Shazam's not out yet at this time. And so, they're all trying to hit on that stuff. Deadpool, all that stuff. And like, I've drawn Deadpool for Marvel. I've drawn Avengers for Marvel. I do draw fan art. And so I'm a big proponent of fan art at Comic-Cons. Depending on the fan art, there's some fan art that I don't like. But I am a big proponent of artists going out there and doing their own original take on stuff, and not just, blatantly copying other people's stuff. But, when you take I'm just now launching Food Fighters, and I've launched books nationally on my own, and once you start going out to these comic book conventions, I'm trying to basically, and all these other comic book creators that are out at Comic-Cons, which really is the basic for Comic-Cons. If you guys really want to think about it, the real basics of going out to a Comic-Con is check out the comics that are out there. You know, a lot of these indie comics are, people are putting out new ideas and working really hard, putting their heart and soul into it. But at the same time, we're out there and we're asking you guys to spend, $3 or $4 on a comic book that you've never heard of, and at that moment that, you've never heard of this comic book that I'm trying to sell you, probably most of you guys watching this, I mean, maybe you have by now. I don't know. Maybe you're watching this in the future and this is a huge hit and everybody loves it. And I got my cartoon series and there's action figures everywhere and Toys R Us is finally back and it's all fucking happiness. But right now, it's a limited audience who knows freedom-filled, flavorful, faithfully fierce, fantastic, fear-facing food fighters, or we'll just call them food fighters for short right now. And but everybody knows these other characters. Everybody knows Batman. Everybody knows the Joker. Everybody has their favorite characters, and they're going there, with a limited amount of money. They know how much they're going to spend on any given day that they're at the Comic-Con. And, I've got me and like I said, all these other publishers that are out there too, we have to convince you guys, to take a look at our comic book, give our comic book a chance and read it. And I really do think, that it helps. For me, I want to put out the kind of product that, I always try to put out the kind of product that if I saw it, I'd spend the money on it. And so that's what I'm trying to do here. That's why I put in all the detail. That's why I put in all the extra work on it and put in all that extra love, all that extra odd love. Because I know that, you guys are going out there and maybe, you just love Power Rangers and that's why you want to go to a Comic-Con is for Power Rangers stuff. And, or you love, let's say you love Masters of the Universe or G.I. Joe or Transformers, and you guys are going to go out there, you're going to see stuff that's G.I. Joe, Transformers, Masters of the Universe. What are you going to spend your money on? And then all of a sudden, here's freedom-filled, flavorful, faithfully fierce, fantastic, fear-facing food fighters in your face. And you're like, I don't know what to make of this. I don't know what to do. I'm trying to save my money just in case I see some awesome He-Man stuff or some kind of Cobra Commander stuff or some kind of Starscream stuff. And, but I will tell you this. That Food Fighters, it's not just like an homage to those kind of stories. Those like the 80s, like Saturday morning shows like Masters of the Universe and G.I. Joe and Transformers. It is really within that genre. It's just within that genre. As much as if I was to make a superhero comic book, it's in the same genre as like if you're a Superman fan, right? Or if I was to make a horror comic, and you're like, trying to think of a good horror comic like Strange Tales, like that's all like some old school craziness. I can't think of a good horror comic off the top of my head for some reason. All of a sudden, I'm drawing a blank. But it's the same thing. It's that genre, and I don't think anybody's really going after that genre right now. And I love that genre. I love the good guy versus the super evil villain, and if the good guy fails, just the whole world's gonna just be gone. It's just done, and that's what I've always loved on that, as far as that's concerned, with that, I don't know, it's just lots of characters, lots of different adventures, just a lot of fun, and it's not dark or anything like that, but then again, it's not all, it's not super lighthearted, as much as it's for kids, an adult could pick it up and enjoy it. If you could enjoy G.I. Joe or Transformers, you could enjoy this comic book. It's that genre, and it's just fun. And so I've got this Comic-Con coming up, and we'll have a lot done by then. Here I am putting in some details on one of the fry guards, the French fry guards, and just putting in some fun details into the bars and stuff, some grease. Because if you look at the cage is actually, like those little grease baskets that they fry all the French fries in. It's just one of those. It's like flipped upside down. Um, but yeah, I've got that. I also just got picked up by Dynamite Entertainment. So I'm going to be doing some work with them. Some Vampirella stuff. Sheena, if you know Sheena, there's like a movie, a 1980s movie with Tanya Roberts as Sheena. Red Sonja also. And yeah, also another 80s movie with Brigitte Nielsen and Arnold Schwarzenegger. And, so I'm going to be working with that coming up. And yeah, I'm still doing stuff with Marvel. I just got my Deadpool cards were just released internationally. So wherever you are in the world right now watching this, go to your local comic shop or card shop. I was doing some sketch cards for Marvel for Deadpool. So go and check those out, and hopefully you will find one, and it's autographed. You'll find one of my autographed cards in there. This is Gary Odd Edmund on the back. And yeah, once again, you can see here I'm doing a different layer of the back end of the cage. So I just put all those together, and now I got to come in here and I got to erase them out. So I got to come in and, once I erase them out, then it's going to look like they're behind the other bars. And, that's what really makes it fun. That's the three-dimensionality of it. With this 2-page spread. And at the end of this, you'll get to see the 2-page spread. And if you don't get to see it for long enough, just go on. You can go on my Instagram page or my Twitter or my Facebook artist page, and you can see it there. I posted it. Yeah. So my Instagram is at Gary_Odd_Edmund. Same with my Twitter. Same thing, at Gary_Odd_Edmund. And or if you're on Facebook, go to Facebook / The Odd Comics, ODD, The Odd Comics, and check this out. For some reason with this Elgato, it did not record the entire process of inking, even though I thought that it did. It didn't. Maybe it did. Maybe I just can't find that file, and I will find it later, and then I'll be like, son of a bitch! There it is! Why did you do this to me, Elgato? So you won't see you won't see me finishing the inking process here, but at the very end, for I don't know, I think it's like a couple seconds, it pops up the whole spread, and then the spread's gonna be, the whole comic book is gonna be colored by Sammy Flores. So if you're following me, I tag him in everything, and you'll be able to see, you'll be able to follow him as well. So yeah, Food Fighters 1 is available for free digitally at indieplanet.us. I'll put links to everything at the bottom of this in the description. But yeah, it's free for that one. The printed version is $3.99. And then issue 2, the printed version is also $3.99. The digital version for that one is 99 cents. But I just want you guys to, get a sample, if you will, of Food Fighters, and it's on indieplanet.us. Like I said, it'll be on the because it's a long little thing, because it's like / freedom filled, flavorful, faithfully fierce, fantastic, fear facing Food Fighters, and just check it out. If you guys like it, awesome. I think you'll like it. I don't know. I was gonna say if you don't like it, blah blah blah, but I think you'll like it. I think you'll dig it. It's just a fun comic book. It's just a lot of fun. Just a lot of action adventure, old school style stuff, which I just don't think there's enough of it coming out right now. I just think there's a lot of the same kind of same old, and you know, here you've got Nachos fighting Broccoli and in a steel cage match, and that's just every day for me. That's what goes on in my head. Yeah. So yeah, I'll be talking to you guys more. I'm gonna close it off here. Thanks for listening. If you really like the video, like and subscribe. And I hopefully will not be as frustrated next time that I get on here. And hopefully this all works and this audio actually links to the video, which I'm watching separately right now. So that'll be fun. And yeah, like and subscribe. Follow me on any social media that you guys want to. I do this because, I don't know, hopefully you guys will like it. Hopefully you guys will be entertained and dig it. And, I'm going to have a lot of other stuff on here. I'm going to have me penciling and just doing all sorts of fun, crazy stuff. Maybe some live coverage when I'm going to these Comic-Cons just to have fun. All right, so I think that's about it, man. Freedom-filled, flavorful, faithfully fierce, fantastic, fear-facing food fighters. And I appreciate all of y'all for watching today. And I guess that's it for me. So, Odd Man out.